Alex went from 1700 calories a day to 2500 calories a day without gaining any body fat. No one talks about this. What do you do after the shred? How do you maintain those results and low body fat? How do you eat more without gaining all of it back? I've been coaching people like yourself for over a decade now, and there's 4 main steps to make sure that you can increase calories without ruining all of your fat loss progress. Step 1, simply understanding that the scale might go up a little bit after you finish your fat loss phase and we start increasing calories, but that's okay. And majority of that weight, if not all of it, is going to be carbs and water stored in your muscle cells. So when we increase carb intake, your body stores this as glycogen in your muscle cells, and along with every gram of carb, we store roughly 3 to 4 grams of water as well. So that can kind of give you a good mindset of, okay, that's how the scale can go up a fair bit as soon as you start increasing the calories. And this is a good thing. You're going to start to feel really good. And as an example, when we increased Alex's calories from 17 to 25 over the weeks using the methods we're about to go through, he actually only gained 1.4 kg in a month, which is actually really good. But if you gain a little bit more than that, or if you gain a little bit faster than that, that's totally fine. We have some clients that barely go up in scale weight at all, and we have other clients that jump up a kilo straight away pretty much within the first few days. But you just have to remember, it's not body fat, so don't freak out. Step 2 is going to be the reverse diet. So we want to slowly increase calories here. I recommend about 10 to 20%. Now please keep in mind that everyone is different, and depending on how hard you dieted, how lean you got, how long the diet was for, it might change. But for example, with Alex, that would be 170 to about 240 calorie increase straight away. Then from there, we simply kept adding calories as the weeks and days went on, and this was all based on his feedback, his progress pics, his scale weight, training performance, and his just general mood, hunger, and appetite as well. So a good key point there is the more data you can track and keep as you do this, the better it's going to be and the easier you're going to be able to increase calories whilst keeping your body fat down. So at absolute bare minimum, I would track your weekly average scale weights, definitely, progress pics, and then just general day-to-day hunger and appetite. Those 3 things will be enough to help you control your calories and help give you guidance of like how much you should increase, or maybe you should wait a little bit longer before bumping up your calories again. For Alex, we kept adding calories back because his progress pics were showing no sign of fat gain. The scale weight was stable after the first increase. We kept doing this right up to 800 calories more. Not bad. Step number 3, spend some time at maintenance. Now you can skip this one if you want, but I definitely wouldn't. It's a great idea to give your body some time to fully recover, because when you've done a fat loss phase, generally speaking, you've probably got quite a lot of built up diet fatigue. So before pushing straight into the next phase, you want to spend a little bit of time around maintenance, let your body recover from the dieting and the training, and this is going to help you a lot before pushing straight onto the next phase. Now, depending on how hard your diet was, how long you pushed it for, and how much weight you lost, this will dictate how long your maintenance phase should be. But as a rough guide, I like to do 1/3 of the diet. So for example, with Alex, he dieted for 12 weeks, lost a total of 13.5 kgs. We pushed it pretty hard, especially towards the end. So he had 3 months dieting. We're gonna take 1 month at maintenance. You're probably thinking, what even is maintenance and the reverse diet? So the reverse diet is basically where we're just creeping those calories back up to maintenance, if not the next phase. Maintenance calories just means your body is eating enough to stay the exact same weight. Now, the reason I like to do that is what we were just previously touching on. Get rid of the diet fatigue, let your body kind of settle at the new set point. You've got new low levels of body fat, and then you can push into the next phase. Which leads me to step 4, and that's moving to your next goal. This could be a muscle gaining phase, a sports performance phase, a strength phase, or you actually might just want to chill around maintenance, enjoy your new rig and healthy habits. Now this step, only you can decide what you want to do. But the biggest mistake you want to avoid that we see so many people doing is simply going straight back to what you were doing before the diet. So you can't go back to eating how you were, continuing with the same habits, lowering your steps, training less, going out on weekends and getting shit-faced all the time. If that's what you're doing before led you to the physique, the rig, the weight you didn't want, then we want to avoid going back there. I know it sounds very obvious, but some people come into a fat loss phase or a diet with the mindset of, I'm just going to hit this goal and then I'm good, I can stop. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. And the whole reverse diet phase that we just went through, that's to get you from your new physique that you're absolutely loving with your low levels of body fat back up to the same physique by eating more food. Because if you can do that properly, it's going to be way more sustainable in the long run. You're going to enjoy your progress as well, because you're not going to be bouncing from lean to fat again. One super important tip that helped Alex a ton from blowing out, scale weight gone through the roof, packing on the body fat, was he didn't actually change his routine that much. So what he was doing in his fat loss phase, he pretty much continued to do that. He kept his steps and output the same. He kept his training pretty much the same. He just increased the calories, but the key is he actually kept a lot of his foods the same as well. Now, of course, by that stage of the diet, you might be getting a little bit bored of the foods, as Alex was, so you can make a few small tweaks. Of course, you can fully eat different stuff if you want. I personally just think it's a lot easier to eat a lot of the same foods, just more of them, because you're going to be a lot more satiated. So if you've gone from eating lean meats and fruits and veggies and all stuff that keeps you full, Spud Light potato, all that good stuff, and then you just get rid of all that and then you just bring in a lot of calorie dense stuff, you're going to be eating more calories, but you're actually going to feel probably hungrier than you did on your fat loss phase. So that's absolutely key. Now, I know that whole process that we just went through sounds quite easy, and I didn't really go deep into the weeds, because honestly, you don't need to. But the biggest thing to keep in mind is simple doesn't mean it's easy. And that is why a lot of people put on some of the weight they lost or too much weight after they get to their goal, because they want to go back to doing what they were doing before, or you think it's done and you can just start eating whatever you want again. And it does take quite a lot of discipline and commitment to continue monitoring your calories, monitoring your scale weight, monitoring your physique. But trust me, if you do it, the reverse diet phase doesn't have to be long. It can be, it depends on the person, but like for Alex, it only took a month to get 800 calories back on with zero body fat gained whatsoever. So it is worth it. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you want to see Alex's actual shred, how he lost the weight in 12 weeks, then you can watch that video here.